So I haven't been on my computer doing this in quite some time. But let me just catch up news wise. I had the most majorest crush on Dorner, the police shootout killer. I was rooting for him. I really was. Like, not that I condone him killing anybody, but I love that he was a renegade whistleblower. Go out in a bang. Go out in style. Like he was so cute too. Did you see that smile on him? I loved it. He was just such a cutie pie. I wanted to hug him. I was hoping he would find his way to DC and kidnap me. And then I could go willingly or unwillingly, depending on what game he wanted to play that day, and be his concubine. I loved him. Anyway, so sad, too bad. He died. And also, I saw in the news, and this is a while ago, so I'm really just playing catch up, where Frank Ocean beat up um, Chris Brown. I'm not surprised, honestly. Maybe people thought because Chris Brown has been beating up women for some time and throwing chairs through windows and shit that he was going to beat up Frank Ocean. Let me tell you something. First of all, any man who beats up a woman is a weak ass and a punk ass, and if you got to beat up a woman, can't be too strong. Although, depending on the women that you're fighting, because I done seen some bras that have scared the bejesus out of me. Like, I either need to see a skeletorial of your body or I need to see a birth certificate. Sometimes you got to ask for people's birth certificates just to make sure they started out with the same equipment that they showing and displaying at this very moment. Have y'all seen those new scanners at the airport? I ain't got no problem with it because you can see I'm a big girl in and out of my clothes, so it's not for me. It's not a real big deal. But for some men, my, it's showing just a little bit too much information. Some men, and not fairly so, because I don't expect you to be on full erection going through a scanner. But for some folk, that might be a little too much. That might be a little too much. Anyway, I digress. So Frank Ocean and Chris Brown are fighting for a parking space. First of all, mother fathers, why are you even driving your own cars? Don't y'all make enough to get chauffeured or something? I don't get it. That's one. Number two, Chris Brown, you've been beating up women for so long. You think you can just beat up a dude who likes to be the bottom? Let me tell you, any dude who likes to be the bottom is a fighter anyway. He's used to getting punked. That nigga been fighting all his life. You ain't no new introduction to him. Light skin, light skin. You can't just walk up on Frank Ocean and think you was gonna get it in. I mean, you beat up Drake, but who fucking cares about beating up Drake? He's a weak ass anyway. But you try to beat up Frank Ocean. Let me tell you, you ought to be glad he didn't make you a bottom, Chris Brown. You ought to be glad about that. That's what you should be thankful for. Because in a minute's moment, he could have flipped your monkey ass onto your knees and been, and you wouldn't even know nothing about it, honestly. But I'm thinking, if you're gay, you've been gay for a long time, you probably been fighting somebody for all of your life. Either it was I had to fight my brothers, I had to fight my daddy, I had to fight my uncles. A gay child ain't safe in a house full of men. But I ain't never thought I had to fight for my own parking spot. Listen, you can't just go around all willy nilly thinking you can beat a man up because he gay. A gay man will fuck you up. Straight up. Moving on. What else have I seen? What else have I seen in the news? It was something else I saw recently. I was like, what the hell? I can't remember. But I did watch Beyonce's documentary. Boring. I thought it was a snoozer. I really did. I thought it was a snoozer. It was boring. I kind of was trying to get into it because she was talking about her dad and the relationship with her and her father. But honestly, you doing your own documentary just doesn't do it. Like, oh my God, it was. I needed a British man doing narratives. Like, you need a British narrator. Narrator? Narrator. There it is. Ding, ding, ding. There it is. A British narrator. Like, it was just boring. It was like, first of all, if you're going to talk about your dad and the relationship that you all had falling out between each other, have some commentary with your father. Like, you should have had somebody interviewing your dad to try to figure out what his side of the story was and how he felt. That would have been interesting to hear some conflict. It would have been nice to see an interview with your husband. Like, what's it like being the husband of Beyonce, ugly as you are, and cheating on occasion? Like, how do you do that? Like, why do you do that? But she didn't talk to anybody. Not her mother, not her sister. Like, her sister didn't even really hardly even make this film. She made the film as a kid. In fact, her sister's kid made more of a an introduction than anybody else. She's got a strange relationship with that one. Like, are you the babysitter, Beyonce? Like, where is Solange? Like, she ain't in the studio. She ain't on the catwalk. Maybe she's in a wig shop because baby doll be wearing that Diana Ross hair. Fancy me. I thought I had my degree. In life. Like, she got that hair for days. That big Donna Summers, Diana Ross hair just be going on. Anyway, I was bored. I didn't even really get into it until I saw her daughter. And really, that's all I really want to see. Did she look like her father? That was my real thing. Does that baby look like that daddy? Because I wanted to see how a camel face translated to a baby doll face. But honestly, she does look like her father, but she's a cutie pie. For now, at least. For now, that really is the baby daddy. Honestly. And for now, and I will keep emphasizing that, for now, she's a cutie pie. She got little fat arms and legs. It ain't nothing like a little fat arm, fat leg baby. My goodness. And she has a hair full of little fro, little afro, little baby fro. And she has big eyes, and she has her daddy's lips for now. And they're downsized for now. But yeah, she's a cutie pie. Yeah, she really is a cutie pie. I was um I was excited to see her. She was very sweet. She seemed like a very sweet baby. And her dad was in the video holding the baby. Why you didn't talk to him? I needed that little British narrator to be like, and now Beyonce, is it mommy? I can't even do British really good, but I just wanted to see that. It was just boring because nobody was connecting the story for me. And you did get to see her pregnant. Although it was a shadow of her, I still think it was her. And she was a beautiful pregnant woman. She didn't really, that face didn't really change much. But she was having a girl. Your face changes more with a boy, I think. But her nose didn't get really big, and she gained like 65 or 57 pounds, and was upset about that. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? 57 pounds, your baby. Anyway, I'm glad the baby turned out healthy. I'm glad she talked about that miscarriage that she had, which is sad all the way around. Period for any woman. But that explains why she married Jay-Z, because that was right around the time when she got married. Like, uh-oh. I don't know. I taped it, but I'm about to erase it once I look one more time at the baby, because the baby was the only interesting thing throughout this whole film. You kind of got to see her being a little bit of a business head, but honestly, can you trust somebody who wears canary yellow shoes with green dresses? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I love Beyonce. I do. I'm not a big Beyonce fan, and I don't have all her albums. I might got one or two, I think. But you know what? Beyonce for me, she sang her face. And Beyonce for me is somebody who can dance, who can sing, who can do acrobats in 6-inch heels. The 6-inch heels alone make her a bad B, for real. Anyway, but I'm not a die-hard, go in, I'm going to stand in line for 3 days to get a ticket kind of Beyonce chick. I'll go if somebody gives me a ticket, but I ain't about to spend no money on her. Not like that. Anyway, I guess that's it. I know people been wanting me to say my little commentary, but there's my little commentary. I don't think I have much more to say besides that, y'all. Peace.